All right, what's up, party people? How we doing today, man? Good day or what? Come on, what are we talking about? I'm not gonna lie, I've had a great day today. I really have. But we'll get into all that, I guess. This video, so we're talking about, life gets better, right? There's highs and lows in life, and I'm just gonna, give my my POV on all of that. So currently, I'm going through a bit of what one would refer to as a low point, okay? Now, I've had maybe to memory, like two or three, maybe like one low point where I really I'm sitting there and I remember very clearly. I was sitting on the floor of my closet and it was like a whole thing, but I'm not gonna get into that. But, I'm gonna talk about life gets better, okay? So, what made me think about life getting better, right? Currently, this past weekend, I did something I shouldn't have, okay? And I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to go into the full story of it because it would take me maybe an hour or two to explain it. And it would make me really upset just talking about it. So just even thinking about it's getting me upset. That's why I actually wanted to just get this video out and out of the way so I don't have to think about this ever again. So, a while ago, I went and I met this. So, okay, me and my cousin were bored, all right? And it was like a hollow weekend. And we're both unemployed. We both have bread. So we're like, yo, let's just drive 8.5 hours away to some random college and just meet a couple girls to stay with or something. We'll figure it out, and that's what we did. And we met these two girls, and one of them, I really liked her. I really did. I do. Anyway. But, we met these girls, and, we really just, planned on staying there for about the weekend. And this girl also, I want to clarify, I only really want to talk about girls once or twice on this channel because I could do a whole channel talking about them, and I don't want to get caught up on it. But anyway, so this girl, me and her, we clicked, and the last day I'm there, before I go home, she's in my car, she's crying in my passenger seat, and she's begging me to keep talking to her. Now, she's a party girl. I'm not a party guy. I've never drank. I've never smoked. I don't crush random girls. That's not what I do. And it's I can't go for a party girl. I can't do it. And I know I can't do it. And in my head, this girl, she's living her life. I'm not going to come down there and just start trying to tell her what to do and trying to be all controlling and everything just for no reason. So I'm telling her, I'm listen, I really, we shouldn't do it. Because she wants to do long distance. I'm no, that's such a bad idea. You're so pretty, and it's just such a, this is one of the biggest parties for the East Coast, and you're out every weekend. I will literally go insane. So she's just it's so hard to say no to that though. It's because she looks so good and I like her so much. So I said yes. Whoops. And I go home, and I'm FaceTiming her every night. And this is what really throws me off. So she doesn't go to the bar. Whenever I'm FaceTiming her, she doesn't go to the bar at all. And I'm oh. And then her friend is in the background crying because she won't go out. And I'm wow, her friend is really got something she needs to look into. But she's crying, and eventually I'm telling my girl, I'm just go, just go out. I don't want to ruin your friendships over me, you know what I'm saying? Who am I, right? And that's what she does. She goes out. I'm not a fan of it, whatever. And anyway, unfortunately, she ends up going back to this guy's dorm, and she had her location, so she was trying to lie to me about it. And I I said some things and I didn't say anything insulting her. I was just, unfortunately, I just made her feel really bad, and that was the goal. I'm a little toxic little guy. I'm just such a petite little. I'm not gonna. But yeah, my goal was to make her feel bad, and I did. Anyway, so that's how things ended. She was in this guy's dorm, and she lied to me about being there, and the reason she lied, I thought about it a lot. The reason she lied was, it was like her friend. Like, I believe it was her friend. I don't actually think she did anything. It's not like it was just her and this guy. There was a bunch of people there. But she didn't want me to worry about something so minuscule, right? And I get that, I do. But, you know, nevertheless, it happened. And so she's gone, okay? So for the past 6 months, she's been out of my life. I've thought about her on occasion. You know, somebody's like, what's, you know, the prettiest girl you've ever talked to? She's the first thing that comes to my mind, unfortunately. So that's, you know, but out of my life, okay? Fast forward to now, okay? Or I guess, you know, last weekend. My cousin is joining the Marines. He's literally shipping off in like 2 days to go to boot camp. So he's like, yo, like, let's have like one last, like, you know, hoorah, whatever the frig, let's go do something. And I'm like, all right, bro, what do you want to do? Because he lives in Maryland, I live in Florida. So he's like, let me fly down to Florida, we'll go up and see them girls. I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, I haven't talked to her since the incident, right? And he's like, it'll be fine. And I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about how much fun it was the first time. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's see what happens. So we go, and pretty much immediately, I don't know, it all goes really bad. It goes really, really, really bad. And, you know, like, essentially, like, just the gist of it, right? What happened was, I'm sitting in this girl's room on the floor, and I'm looking at her, and she's in between. So I'm in her bed, like, against her bed. She's in the middle of the room, and her friend's in the doorway. And her friend is like, we're going out to the bar. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, don't go to the bar. Like, I drove up here to see you for one weekend, and you're gonna go to a bar and like leave me here? That's what we're doing? And her friend is like, bro, oh my gosh, no troll. Her friend goes and grabs pants from her room and throws it on the floor in front of her and says, let's go. And my jaw was dropped. And she looks at me, and I feel so bad because they're going in the middle, like, you know, I don't want to put this decision on her, but like, there is a line. So like, because she was doing so much stuff the entire time I was there. It was like so terrible. But there, you know, at a certain point, I put my foot down. Like, I was like, I don't want you to go to this. If you do, like, I genuinely might leave. Like, if you go, I might leave. Because, like, that's insane. Just leaving me and my cousin in their room for like 3 hours while they go to the bar until 2 a.m. on the last night we were there. Insane. So she looks at the pants. She looks at me. She picks up the pants and walks out. I was left on the floor, head in my hands, looking around like, wow, this girl really just did that. And, you know, it was just, I mean, it was something to process. It really was. It was honestly really hard. Like, it hit me kind of hard. And the reason it hit me so hard is because, like, I know she doesn't want to go out, and I know she doesn't want to, like, go to the bars and everything, because that week she was talking to me and she didn't do it because she genuinely didn't want to. And it's like, I know she has to pick her friends over me because I don't go there. So if she picks me, and she has nobody. It's such a thing. It's such a complicated thing. And the issue for me is I can't make her out to be a villain in my head. And that's such a problem, because if she's not a villain in my head, what is she, right? Is she still a love interest? Like, I don't know. It's just so unobtainable. It makes me wonder so bad. Oh my goodness, it's so great. But nevertheless, my cortisol, like, genuinely was so spiked, and then like so low, and then spiked back up. And I mean, it was so bad, like, I couldn't eat. Like, I was like about to throw up the entire weekend. I couldn't eat. Like, it was so terrible. No girl has ever made me feel like that. And, you know, back to the point of the video, right? I'm sitting on the floor, head in my hands, and I'm thinking, like, man, I never want to feel like this again. Like, I never want to be at this point where I'm at right now ever again in my entire life. And I pulled out my phone, and I sent a video to my friend. I said, bro, if I try to talk to a girl for the next 365 calendar days, show me this video, right? Because I never even want to feel like that. Like, it was terrible. It was awful. It was so bad. And the thing is, you know, that's going to happen in life, okay? Right? That is something that will happen. As much as I hated it, I kind of knew it was going to happen. Like, in the back of my head going up there, I had like this slight inkling that something of the sort, you know, was going to go down. and I still went, so that's my mistake. But at the same time, I don't regret anything I do. You know, I did it. If I did it, I did it, right? That's kind of my look on regretting things. Like, it already happened. Why worry about it? Why get mad over it? It's fine. Like, who cares? So anyway, I'm at this low point. My cortisol, you know, I can't even eat. Like, I never want to feel like this again. Just all tragic things. And, you know, I get home, back to my dorm, and I make some, you know, phone calls. I talk to some people. And I just keep bringing up what happened and having to, you know, replay it in my head. I'm telling people, and it's just, I mean, it's so terrible. I don't even want to think about it. And I was laying in my bed earlier. Also, mind you, I keep seeing TikToks about just awful. She, like, literally just terrible things. Like, she's going to a frat formal with some jerk off, and I see some video, and it's like, POV, my roommate's frat formal date has to dance to sleep with her. Ew. So I see that, and I'm instantly upset. Like, I'm so mad. Anyway, I keep getting off track. I'm laying on my bed, and I get bored, so I just start going through my photos from like a couple years ago. And oh my gosh, oh, what's your problem? What the frick is, dude? Okay, sorry, there was a raccoon like hanging from a tree looking at me. Holy frick. Anyway, there he is. What's up? Or is that a branch? I don't know. This is terrifying. Let me take a picture. Hold on. Okay, I took a picture of where I was at, so I'll put that in the video. Or where I am at, I guess, right now, walking and filming this. I kind of stop thinking about where I'm going, and I end up in like the weirdest places. Anyway, so whatever. I start going through my photos, and I get back to like 2022, I was maybe 15, maybe, yeah, I should have been about 15 years old, maybe 16, I don't remember, but, I'm scrolling through, and I remember seeing a picture of, like, me swimming in my pool with, like, 4 of my friends, and I remember, and like, the picture's, like, favorited, because my back looks great. I used to, you know, work out a lot, before my shoulder injury, but anyway, so my back looks great. And I'm like, wow, man, my back looks freaking good. And my friend's like dunking a basketball in the picture. And I'm like, dang, his back looks good too. And I remembered, I'm like, oh, like he used to come over every day and we would just work out and just talk about life or whatever. And dude, and I remember just how great my life was. This was right after I had broken up with my first girlfriend. And this was like right after he got out of a long relationship too. So we were both at the time, you know, 15, 16, we're just done with girls. Like we didn't even we didn't care. We were done with them. And like, you know, that same day in the pool, I mean, I was a stupid kid. Like I did some dumb stuff. But like later that day, we drove to a neighboring town, went to this like super rich neighborhood, parked the car, and just went like pool hopping. If you don't know what pool hopping is, you just jump in like random rich people's pools and then swim out and run away. It's so much fun. It's so stupid, but it's so much fun. Like we're like sneaking through the tree line in this random neighborhood doing it. Oh my gosh. It was so great. But anyway, very windy out here. I'm actually gonna turn right back around and walk back to the woods. Anyway, so I realized like that was such a low like cortisol time in my life. I had no stress, and I'm looking back. I'm reminiscing about what, you know, things used to be like, and I remembered, you know, life gets better, right? So I talked about there was a low point in my life previously. When I hit that low point, like that was really the first time in my life where I felt truly like alone. Like it felt like I had nothing, nobody, and you know, I had people, but, you know, it's that whole thing. But, like, from that point, maybe, like, 4 months later, was probably the happiest time of my life. It was peak life after that. And I kind of realized, like, life has highs and lows, right? And, you know, I'm big into the stock market. So, whenever you go down and you hit a low point, once you start coming back up, you might set a new high, right? You know? So... You know, it's got to be low for it to be high, okay? There's this quote, I really love this quote. I've been saying it for a while. But if the sun's always shining, then you live in a desert. right? Essentially, there needs to be bad for you to have a concept of good. Like, you need to be sad, so that way when you're happy, you're actually happy. If you're always happy, there's no happy. There's just a little more happy and a little less happy, but there's always just happy. There's like no actual spectrum there. It's terrible. So you need these highs and these lows, and you can't get caught up in a low point, because that will happen. You hit a low point and you're like, oh, woe is me, like everything's so terrible, and that's how you get in this victim mindset, and that's how you never escape. That's how you stay at a terrible point in your life where nothing's really working out for you, and you kind of just never leave that point, as sad as it is. And it happens to so many people, and it's so terrible to see. So just really, watch yourself with that. So what do you do if you're at a low point, okay? Find the stress inducer. What is that? What is that? What is that? Why am I walking at it? Dude, that thing is huge. Oh my goodness, I hate walking around. What the frick was that, dude? That wasn't no raccoon, man. That thing was freaking, oh my gosh, was that like a fox or something? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, what the hell? Oh man, I don't like these freaking, oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like where I'm at. Oh my goodness, I'm keep walking. Head down, walking. Terrible idea. Talking loud. Oh, I'm prey. I mean, I'm actually just walking prey. Oh my gosh, turn around. This is so terrifying. Hold on. Okay, all right, okay, wow. Jeez Louise, I remember what I was talking about. What do you do if you're at a low point, okay? So if you're at a low point, my not really expert opinion, but my suggestion is to find the root cause of the issue, right? So for me, obviously it's this girl. So I just, what I did was I remembered when times were great, and I remembered talking to no girls, and I just remember how low stress life was and just how much fun it was. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta find the cause of your issue, and you gotta dip, okay? There's been a lot of times in my life, especially with girls, I have probably some of the craziest girl stories you have ever heard in your life. I don't even want to think about them right now because of the incident last weekend, like 2 days ago. But yeah, just know, pretty bad stuff with some girls. Trains, everything, dude, everything. All terrible. So anyway, what you gotta do, find the root cause of the issue and get it out of your life and start living again, okay? Like, I promise you, as low as it may, like as low as of a point as it may seem, there is just so much beauty to life. There is just so much out there that you haven't seen. And it's like, I saw some philosophical thing about it. What was that? I saw some philosophical thing. Oh my gosh. What the hell was that? Oh, I'm about to... Yo. Do you hear that? Should I investigate? I should investigate. Dude, there's like something screaming over here. Oh my gosh, I have goosebumps. I'm so terrified. I'm a man. Oh, shoulders up, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing over here touching me. I fear no man, come on. All right, there's way too much movement in these woods. Oh my gosh. I need a gun. Oh my god, okay. All right, I think it was a raccoon fight. We're good. Oh, there's two people walking. Oh my gosh, that looks so weird. I'm in the middle of a park. Okay, sorry. People are looking at me really freaking weird. Not for any valid reason. What the frick was I talking about? Gosh, I suck. I'm getting so distracted. Okay, right. The philosophical thing was like, there's so much to life that you can't experience. There is literally so many. They're going at it again. Gosh, there's so many different experiences and things that are out there. You couldn't possibly get to everything. And it's like I don't know, the philosophical thing was like, I don't know, you're like sad, you can't do it all or something stupid. I don't know, I don't care about that. But it's like, you have to realize that, like, if you're not happy where you're at, get out of there, bro. Go somewhere new, do something different. Like, every time a girl kind of does me a little too wrong, I just make a drastic change in my life, which definitely isn't the best thing to do. I'm not going to stop doing it, but I make a drastic change in my life, and it kind of makes me feel like a new man. I've buzzed my head like, I don't know, 3 times That's kind of my go-to. I guess I'm about to do it again, actually, this summer. But it's like, I actually distinctly remember a point in my life where, not to, be like flexing or anything, but I had like, I don't know, 2 or 3 girls I was talking to at once. Obviously, I only cared about one. And I'm sorry to the other 2. I actually am. And I actually texted one of them, like, out of the blue, maybe 2 years after. And I was like, hey, like, I'm sorry. Like, I remembered the way I acted towards you, and I really am, like, I apologize. Like, I feel kind of bad about that. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it. I have a boyfriend. All right, lost me. Stop talking. I don't care. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, just tried to do another recording and something freaking ran out in front of me. Gosh, I hate this school. Anyway, I guess I'm walking around at freaking night. Anyway, I buzzed my head because of this girl, and like it's a very common thing I do for some random reason, but I like to make a drastic change and get rid of the causer of my problem. And every time I do that, it seems that life just gets so great for a couple months. Like I'm just so, every day I wake up and I'm just so happy to be alive. Like I'm just so, it's just so great. So actually, I guess an example of this, my buddy, he's been having some girl troubles too, like some 3-year relationship girl troubles, and he's not in a relationship with her anymore. And we were on the phone, and I'm like, dang, bro, we both going through it right now. And he's like, yeah, like, I was like, you should fly out. And he lives like far from me, and he's like, should I? And I was like, yeah, dude, fly out, like, why not? And he's like, all right, bet. So he booked plane tickets to this weekend. We're gonna go out, and we're just gonna. The entire plan is we're just gonna be the most low cortisol. Is that a CBR 600? That is clean. Anyway, whole plan is just gonna be the most low cortisol weekend of all time. Like, we're just gonna go out and screw around and have some fun. Okay, this video, low key, might have been terrible. I don't know. I'm kind of just ranting. But what I want you to know, okay, my take on it, life has to have low points. You have to go down to go up, okay? That's just the way life works. And unfortunately, that's the reality of it. But honestly, I kind of like it, There's no high without a low. There's no happiness without sadness, I think. I don't know. That's me. But, you're you. Just take what I say with a grain of salt, think on it a little bit. But yeah, right? Just cut out whatever's the issue. Please cut out whatever the issue. I don't know. Like, some people, they like, in my head with this girl, everything is her friend's fault. The girl I mentioned in the way beginning. Everything's her friend's fault. Every time she goes out, it's all on her friend. Everything's her friend. But like, she's called, I don't care what it is. Every time I'm talking to her, I'm so stressed out. And it's like, there's certain things I can go nitpick and try to fix this girl. But in reality, like, I can find another. And if I can't, I can't, okay? And that's what it is. Like, I've got this, I guess this video doesn't keep going, but I've got this irrational fear, not irrational, very rational, that I'm gonna end up settling for a girl. I'm gonna meet some girl and she's gonna be perfect, and it's not gonna be perfect, or I guess, she's gonna be perfect, but the situation isn't perfect. Like there's just like 1 or 2 things that are like, maybe, they're a little off. And then I lose her, and I never find a girl like her ever again. And I just marry some other girl that I like, but she's just not that girl. But what you gotta remember, a man who waits for a perfect shot dies with a full mag. You know what I'm saying? You just have to shoot. You have to take that risk, and you have to trust yourself and hope you're right. And that's what it comes down to. That's life. Life is risk. Nothing good comes without risk. So if there's that girl and you think she's the one, go for it, bro. Go for it. That's what life is about, man. Life's about doing stupid stuff and learning from it. Just seeing what happens. And it's such a great, it's such a beautiful, I love messing up. I do. I love messing up, and I love learning lessons from my mistakes. It's so great. I don't even know why I love it so much. So I'm in such a weird predicament where it's like, it's her friend, and I like her a lot. And it's like, I don't know if I'll find another girl like her. I never have. She's my favorite one ever. So it's like, there might be another one out there. There might not be. But for right now, it doesn't feel right. it doesn't feel like the shot I should take. It's a good shot. I know it's a good shot. I'm not going to take it. And that's life. You know, that's especially, I learned that with trading. Like, I'll see a trade and I'm like, I don't want to take this. Like, this doesn't look good enough for me. And I don't take it. I go on TikTok. If you didn't take this trade, you're a donut. I made 6 bands. And I'm like, dang it, brick. Why didn't I take that trade? And it's like, you have to get used to that. Like, that's all of life. You're never going to be right 100% of the time. So just trust yourself. And that's what I'm going to do. Okay. You know, this girl's causing me a lot of stress. It's mainly her friend, but whatever. I'm going to make the adult decision right now. And when I say right now, I don't mean I'm making the decision. I mean, that's my decision right now, and it's probably going to change tomorrow. That I'm gonna cut her off. I'm done talking to her. I don't need her in my life. She's a stress inducer, and I want to live a low cortisol life. Like, you know, life is just so much different when I'm with her compared to when I'm not, right? And that might be why I like her so much. It might be that, like, because I was talking about highs and lows, she would make me so sad, so angry, all of these things. But then when she's like, when everything's good, I'm so happy. And I think that's, now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably why. It's probably just because, I don't know. But, you know, you get on. So, I don't know. I can't actually tell how long this video is, but I think it's definitely a longer one. Whatever, sorry. Life gets better. See, I don't talk about girls. I tell you. Anyway, life gets better, you know. Just because it's a low point doesn't mean it could be your lowest point. Hopefully it sounds kind of crazy. I hope whatever low point you get to, I hope that's your lowest point. I hope it's only up from there. But you know what? I mean, that's what they say about rock bottom, right? Like, there's only one way and it's up. Like, you can scramble around the bottom of this crevasse you're in, but the only real way out is up. So go up, you know, cut whatever's holding you down there, cut that off and go up, climb, right? Go do something great with your life. And just remember, if you're ever sad, when you're happy, next time you're happy, it's going to be a great happy. So, I don't know. That's probably not good grammar or whatever the frick. I don't care. Hope you enjoyed the video. I got to go play Rocket League for like probably an hour to film enough content for this video. Frick! I hate Rocket League. Anyway, feel free to comment whatever the frick. I'll get to it. I love answering my comments. I love having commenters. And thank you for your support, genuinely. It means a lot to me. I love going on my phone and looking and seeing that people, like, care. Can this guy shut the hell up on his pimp motorcycle? Gosh, that thing's so cool. Anyway, I love going into the comments and seeing that people care about me and they're liking my content. It's great. It's great to see. It really is. And if one person learns anything cool from this video, that's enough for me, right? That's great. That's amazing. Let me know. But yeah, you know, if you want to see any changes or anything in the video, literally just tell me. I'm gonna freaking read it. It's not like I'm gonna miss it. So, yep. I hope all of you have a great day, and even if your life's good, I hope it improves. I really do. Yeah, let's do it.